Entertainment often has a cost. Movies and television necessitate a streaming subscription or the purchase of cinema tickets for every outing. Gaming often mandates an investment in a console or a PC, not to mention a television to accompany it. Even indulging in the vast trove of content available on YouTube requires paying the internet bill and owning a suitable device. In the precarious landscape of managing the ever-increasing cost of living, entertainment tends to be among the first expenses to be trimmed from your budget, simply because it's often categorized as a non-essential expense. Nevertheless, there exists a unique form of recreation that stands apart from this trend, and that is the world of reading. Reading is a hobby that doesn't require any financial commitment if you don't want to. For those wanting an escape from the stresses of reality without depleting their wallets, reading offers a highly accessible refuge. Welcome to Kangaroo Reads, and in this video we will delve into a variety of methods and resources that enable you to read without spending any money. By doing so, we want to demonstrate that the joy and fulfillment derived from reading doesn't need to be inhibited by financial constraints, and that the world of literature is a boundless realm awaiting exploration by all, regardless of your economic circumstances. Firstly, public libraries. All that this requires is a library card, which is usually free. The tried and true library is great for a reason. Public libraries are a public service designed to be inclusive to all. A library card is 100% free and allows you access to many books. Often, this can actually include books that are held at other library branches, not just limited to the one that is in your local area. While funding and service availability can vary between libraries, many libraries also include at least some of the following extra services. The ability to request a book purchase, which means asking the library to purchase a book for their collection. This can be good to get access to newer releases. Collections of magazines and newspapers. Collections of graphic novels and physical audiobooks, for example in CD format. Access to an ebook or audiobook collection through a mobile app, which can be useful if you do happen to have a smartphone. And access to the internet through library computers and Wi-Fi, which is good if you don't have reliable internet at home. The next option is little libraries. This requires having access to one, and these are usually found in suburban neighborhoods or in public spaces. Little libraries, also known as little free libraries, book swaps, or street libraries, are places set up for people to take, exchange, and leave books for free. These are honesty systems intended for people to share books within their local communities. Many have been set up by private citizens outside their own homes, some are outside of community buildings, some are included in workplaces, and some are in public spaces. If you don't have one in your area, maybe you could campaign to make one, or ask someone else to set it up. Or, if you have your own property, you could set up one outside your own home. Many little libraries are made from recycled furniture or recycled materials. The benefit of this is that it promotes community sharing and allows you to engage with the people around you. And you may find that the books left behind by others can include some unusual or interesting finds. In a similar vein, the next option is to exchange with other readers in your life. This requires knowing people who read. If you have friends, family, or even work colleagues who read, you can propose a reading swap, or at least request to borrow books. In these cases, it is polite and respectful to treat the books well, especially if you're expected to return the book afterwards. Some readers tend to get rid of their books every so often. For example, look at all of the videos on YouTube of people doing book unhauls. If you know somebody like this, you can always ask if you can take a look before they end up donating their books. Additionally, this gives you the opportunity to request recommendations of books from people that you may already know and whose taste you may already share. The next option is public domain ebooks or free ebooks. This requires having internet access and some kind of digital device. Public domain ebooks are freely available on the internet because they're usually fallen out of copyright. That means there is no copyright on it and you can distribute it freely. This is good for reading classics and older titles, many of which still hold up to this day. Project Gutenberg is the most well-known site for public domain ebooks, which can be downloaded to any device. Additionally, online ebook stores such as the Apple Book Store, the Google Play Store, or the Amazon Kindle Store often have public domain classics in ebook and audiobook format. Additionally, they also have free sections and may even have charts dedicated to free titles. These can be worth a look in order to find something new to read. Now, I will add that in my experience, that the free book charts can often be dominated by romance titles, so if this is not your preferred genre, you may have to do a little bit of digging to find something in your interest. But it is still worthwhile having a look. Especially if you appreciate classics, you can often find some really good editions of classics. The final reading option is a little bit unconventional, but if you are already on the internet, it may be something you're engaging in already, which is the world of fanfiction. This requires internet access and a digital device. Fanfiction is the wild west of the internet, but for some it is an enjoyable time. Fanfiction may not be quite the same as a book, but it is reading, and we are seeing more and more examples of fanfiction being reworked and traditionally published. Notable examples of fanfiction that became a traditionally published book include the Mortal Instruments series by Cassandra Clare, 50 Shades of Grey by E.L. James, and the After series by Anna Todd. The amount of content on a site like Archive of Our Own can be staggering, and that alone could occupy you for several lifetimes. But if there's a particular media franchise you enjoy, or a particular kind of story you like, you will find it represented there. There's also original work written there too, if that is more to your taste. Amidst the backdrop of the current economic crisis, where financial uncertainties loom large, the value of free reading as a form of entertainment and personal enrichment becomes even more pronounced. The cost of living is becoming increasingly burdensome, and it can often suck the joy out of all the things that are supposed to give you joy. Literature, when it comes for free, can be an escape and a lifeline to those that are seeking respite from the pressing concerns of their economic situation. Reading is a sanctuary that's accessible to everyone, transcending economic boundaries, and offering a wonderful escape for those grappling with financial hardship. It can be a beacon of hope, a way of intellectually and emotionally sustaining you that doesn't depend on having a lot of money. So whether you're an avid reader or you're just embarking on your reading journey, remember that the pages of a book, digital or physical, have a universe of possibilities. What do you think about this? Do you like to engage in free sources of reading? Or are you going to be turning to free sources of reading in order to cut back on your living expenses? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe. Here at Kangaroo Reads, we post a variety of bookish content, all for free, so be sure to turn on your notifications so that you never miss an upload. Until next time, happy reading.